All right, so I'm here now, and I'm trying to get, I guess, a good base because of what I heard, what I hear a lot in, what I hear a lot with a lot of the black women, where it's the ones that really have a lot of vitriol for black men because maybe something happened to them or something like that. Uh, is they put out this narrative that all black men are these horrible creatures, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to dispute that on this. I'm going to take one video and dispute it and just say, throw my idea in there and, let's see. Let's chop it up. You know what I mean? Let's chop it up because I disagree. I think black men are different. We were all cut a lot different, but I think most of the time, the women that say this stuff, they like a certain type of black dude, and that's the black dude they're talking about. But let's take a look. Let me get her up here. All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
To your intention that I actually experienced last night. I was listening to a live on Nyla Says, and either concealed or the thing that I have been speaking to, actually experienced last night. I was listening to a live on Nyla Says.
So I think that's Nyla Says. I think that's a channel where sister was has a little talk show, whatever. So anyway, let's take a look. Let's see.
And the thing that I have been speaking to you all about in reference to how black men have a problem and they're not men, they're males.
Now you see, she didn't do no qualifying. She didn't say the men I mess with or the men that chase me or the men that's after me or chasing me. She didn't qualify that. She said black men, which if there's no separator, then that means all black men, right? All right.
But last night, they actually professed that.
Now, she said they. Now, one man talked to her. One man talked to the person she's talking about. One man talking. And from that, she extrapolated that all black men feel this way.
Their outlining ultimate goal is to kill black women.
Now, one man saying he was going to do something, and we don't even know what he said because I don't have the video to actually break down, but let's assume that he was saying that. Only one man is saying this. You don't have a group of men amening that, and you got proof that it's over a certain number of men doing it. You got one man talking crazy, but all black men are like this. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the logic that's being used to throw us under the bus and have the whole world thinking that we're not good and not wanting to do business with us, not wanting to do nothing with us because our women are keeping us constantly down. Well, not our women. I won't say our women, but a small percentage of them they have a big enough voice where they can create this narrative where black men are just these crazy. And then with the hip hop culture being the way it is, they feed right into it. Anyway, let the sister finish.
Now, the man that was speaking to Nyla, he was what they refer to as a dusty.
And what does that mean? What is a dusty? I don't know. That is never clearly defined by them. But anyway, almost nothing is ever clearly defined by them.
You could hear in his speech and his conversation, he's a complete idiot.
Okay, so if he's an idiot, Why are you saying all black men are? We're not all idiots. We're not all idiots. Anyway,
Kept rambling. He couldn't stick to one point. She asked him a question. He kept yelling and screaming, idiotic talking points from people like Kevin Samuels, that Sotomayor asshole, and other people that just are always trying to blame black women for their lot in life and the fact that they don't ever want to take accountability or recognize that they need to deal with their own issues. So he got so angry during the conversation that he literally said he was putting together a militia and he already had about 200 men, and that how he felt he was going
I
to
could
bring
say
about change.
I could say I got a spaceship with plutonium. Anybody could say anything on the internet, but once again, they take any opportunity to extrapolate one guy into all black men.
In the status quo of black men's lives in his community, which I believe was Milwaukee. He said he was going to sacrifice black women first. And everybody was stunned when he said that, but he was so angry. He went on to continue to say how much he hated us and the fact that
This is one man.
if any of the women who were challenging him in his ridiculous argument were in front of him, he would completely destroy them, right? Physically, meaning he would attack them and kill them. So,
Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he say that? See, I don't know if he said that. See, I can't. See, the problem with a lot of women that talk like this, you know, you know the names. I don't have to go down the names. You know the names because I don't want to get flagged, but you know who they are. Every every week they got a story about some heinous thing that one black man did, and now they extrapolated into all black men. I was watching one of them. Shout out to Black Light Podcast. He did when talking about um, he was talking about a particular woman that does this, and he said, "Hey, he was telling the woman uh, was telling a story, and she was talking about how bad black men were, and it was still some men that called on there and said, "Oh, we still love you, so and so." I'm not gonna say her name. We still love you, so and so. All of us, some of us are still with you, even though she trashed black men up and down. I'm like, how you with this woman and she trashing black men left and right? How are you doing that? Anyway, you must be just under some type of delusion. Anyway, let's finish what the sisters have to say.
the response to that was, and rightfully so, all of Nyla instructed the women in the carrying states, either concealed or unconcealed, to go and get weapons and actually register and carry them on your person and protect yourself and your children. Because if you have people in your own community who are solely only looking at you as some type of sexual vice for you to be there for their pleasure and their pleasure only, they don't want to take accountability or responsibility
But
for anything they do, but they
maybe it's the kind of guys you guys are going out with. Maybe it's the kind of guys you hanging out with. If those are the kind of guys you're attracting, maybe this maybe it's something you're doing. Maybe it's something you're doing. If you're attracting those type of guys, maybe it's time to come off the field and say, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to do something, get some things straight before I'm out there on the field again. Because I'm attracting dangerous people to my life. And it must be something I'm doing to attract these people. Right? Not wrong? No. Not for a lot of these women that think like this. No, every black man is a violent threat, and they keep pushing that narrative. And other people see it and say, "Damn, they do that to their own women. What would they do to us?" Anyway,
They clearly only want to have sex and treat you as if you're their personal comeback. So when you were dealing with a ignorant ass mentality like that,
what? That's all I understand. If those are the type of guys that you are dealing with, and they're coming for you, then that should tell you the kind of something's wrong with you. If that's what you're attracting, something's wrong with you. You should say, "Hey, why am I attracting these type of guys?" No, it's much easier to put the blame on black men. Oh, it's black men. Y'all all like that. Doesn't matter which one I pick, you all gonna be like that. And that's the easy out. That's the easy out.
the best thing you can do is to, whether you want to or not, divert yourself from these people, because clearly they're looking at you as only as a walking vagina. And his whole argument was about sex. He didn't have anything else to say but uh, men get urges, and as a result of that, they have children they don't want, but it's the woman's fault because she's pregnant. But
Oh, the dude's talking crazy, man. But he's talking crazy. You get to say, "Oh, well, this is how all black men are." No, these are the kind of dudes that you are attracting. You're attracting these dusties. If you're talking to dusties all the time, then you're attracting dusties. That should let you know. That should let you know, man. Any woman that's talking to dusties on a regular basis, man, and they getting at you on a regular basis, then that should let you know something. That should let you know what's up. Something you doing that's attracting those people.
he never took any accountability or recognized the fact that he could put on a condom or he could just not have sex at all. But what black women need to understand is it's deeper than that. It's the
Okay.
fact that they actually want you to be stuck in these impoverished communities.
Who's the they? Who's the they? Who's the they that wants you stuck? Oh, black men. All black men, we want you stuck in these impoverished communities. I got it. I got it. See, who you talking about? You talking about a particular type of dude, but you not qualifying or clearing it up. That's what I feel is wrong. I'm sure there are dudes that want you stuck there. But if you're attracting that kind of guy, then you should say to yourself, why am I attracting these type of guys? Why am I attracted to these type of guys? Why are we coming together? If I want to have a nicer life, shouldn't I have a better type of guy? I should be attracting a better type of guy, but I'm not attracting a better type of guy. Oh, it's them. It's them. They just want sex from me. Yeah, they want sex from you because something about the way you're carrying yourself is making them think that that's the best value that you have. Come on, somebody. Come on now. And I'm willing to discuss it with anybody. Anybody who wants to tell me other than that, tell me about it. Cause cause let's do that. Let's do that. Let's talk about it. Anyway, let's get back to her talking. Just wanted to put in there, if somebody wants to talk about it, let's talk about it.
The way they are and only be there for their sexual pleasure. Like, they don't give a shit about you as a person. All they want to do is fuck on you. So, black women, you need to really understand.
But see, you attracting a person like that, that should say something to you, black women. You should say something. You say, why am I attracting this kind of person?
And that, and you need to start getting to the point where you are very comfortable with not involving yourself with them in any way and just completely divert. I mean, get yourself an Asian man.
Now, most of us don't have no problem. Somebody like you, hey, you wanna divert, please, by all means, please, and take some of these other sisters that got channels out here devoted to just uh extrapolating a black men into one or two instances of heinous behavior. Go ahead, take them with you. Please divert by all means. Please, I'm asking you to divert. Please.
Get yourself a, I don't particularly care for white men, but you can try one of them and whoever else, but get yourself an Asian man. Leave these assholes alone because they mean you no good. And they're always trying to hurt you. And last night, he completely declared literally war on black women. He called for black men to kill us.
I think YouTube would shut a dude like that down. But okay, but let's say you're right. He's here. He called for killing you. How many black men?
Whenever they saw us.
How many black men responded to something like that to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. We're gonna kill you too." Come on.
So, what type of shit is that? Because the majority of us, when you see us, we're going to have our children with us. So now you're putting our entire families in danger because whether you black women know it or not, the one thing that I discovered as being a police officer, social worker, and parole officer is that there are so many black men walking around with undiagnosed mental illness.
Same thing for black women. Same thing for black women.
It'll make your head spin. So,
because it must be. If it got to be that many, if it's so many black men walking around with mental illness, and it's all these single mothers out there, these single mothers must be raising these black men with these mental illnesses and giving them these mental illnesses or nurturing these mental illnesses. They must be for the most part, which means they have mental illness themselves. See, it's just a cycle. It's a cycle.
When you have this idiot who's clearly has all types of personality disorders calling for our murder and in the most brutal way.
Come on, man. You know, the average black man is not with something stupid like that. Come on. Come on. But you're trying to play. See, what I don't like about sisters like this is they're disingenuous because they try to make it sound like black men as a group agree with something dumb like that. And they don't make no separators. That's like me saying all black women are savages. They all savages. They're all trying to run through as many women as they can and take all the men's money and do whatever they got to do. They just savages. They're not all. They're all not good people. That's a fallacy. I haven't experienced enough black women to say all of them are like that.
You really need to think about that and not convince yourself that, oh, it's nothing to be concerned with, because think about all the things that happen to black women.
I agree. You should be concerned for your safety at all times. No matter if it's black men, white men, any kind of man, you should be concerned. You should be concerned for your safety at all times.
In this country, more than 400 of us are killed every month by them. Okay?
And most of the time, you pick that mofo. You pick that mofo. You decide to be in a relationship with that mofo. And then this is the kind of stuff that happens. Because you guys don't know how to pick men. You do know how to pick them, but you pick the wrong ones, and the good ones you don't want nothing to do with. You want the kind of dude you feel attracted to, which is a dude that ain't no good for you. And then this type of shit happens, and then now guys like me where we don't do nothing. We ain't got no violence against no black women. We didn't beat no black woman up or nothing, do nothing crazy like that. But I get lumped in with all of the rest of these knuckleheads that you decided you wanted to date, and you decided you wanted to get in relationships with, and you decided you want to make you turn you into a single mother.
And these are the people who you're fucking. And then secondly, you look at all of the incidents across this country where you have random attacks on women who are just going about their day by these fools. I live in New York City, and we have attacks almost every day in
Okay, but
different boroughs.
okay, but there's attacks on all types of women. Women, that's across the board. Women of all races get attacked by mostly the men of their own race. So that's not to say, oh, black men are so much different than anyone else. There's crazy people in the black men. There's crazy white men, crazy Asians, crazy Latinos. It's crazy men across the board that go out and do crazy stuff like that.
Different counties because they have problems. And it all comes down to the fact that they
Hold on right second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Hold on. I will be right back. Okay, back in it, back on it, back on it. Let's do it.
want you to be as subjugated and as broken as they are. But because what they don't understand is that we have a strength because we care for ourselves and our children, we will never get to their level, no matter what happens to us.
See, once again, no qualifying, just telling everybody that we meaning all black men, are the scandalous bunch of dudes that you are attracting, that you are coming in contact with. Those scandalous cats, well, I'm getting thrown into the category with them. And guys like me, we never put our hand on a woman. We getting thrown in that category.
Because we believe in the future of our children, which is something they have completely disconnected themselves from. They don't even care about their own kids.
Who is the they that don't care about their own children? Who? Most black men do care about their children. Most black men are trying to take care of their children. That is a fact.
And they see you only as a sex tool, a commodity to be used for your vagina.
If you, man, let me tell you something. If you are messing with dudes that only see you as a sex tool, then that's on you, man. That's on you. You the one that's connecting yourself to that type of understanding. Yet, it's good dudes out here, but you don't want them to do with them because they nerds. And then when you get yourself all caught up with a bunch of drama with these type of dudes, and you get a bunch of children dropped on you, and then you try to bring that into some other dude's life, and then he's a bad person because he don't want to take that on. Anyway,
vagina in the community. So I can only keep warning you, get away from them. Get away
please,
from them and stay
if you look anything like this, and if you have that type of heart in your heart, and you believe that all black men are trying to attack all black women, yeah, you need to get away. Get away.
away from them until they're all dead and gone and you act
They're all dead and gone. Can you imagine if a man had a page where he came out and said, we need to get away from black women until they all dead and gone? YouTube would shut that person down immediately. But the black woman, hands off. You can do or say whatever you want. It's okay, right? No matter how violent it is, it's okay.
actually are able to either raise and grow respectable, responsible black men, or fuck it.
You can't raise no responsible. You guys are not doing it. You guys are not raising responsible black men because you guys are turning them into simps, and the simps are the ones that's out there saying stuff like that because they get their feelings hurt because they get rejected by you guys. Regular dudes that's getting raised by men, we know that we're gonna get rejected most of the time, so we already understand that. So we not all bent out of shape because we got rejected. It's y'all raising those simps. That's you single moms that's out here raising these simps. That's what's happening. That's why you got guys out here that's like that can't take rejection because they can't handle it. They're like women, they can't handle rejection. They don't know what to do. They just fall apart, start getting all crazy. Y'all are raising those dudes. Y'all raising those dudes, man. But you mad because they out there, but you guys are raising them. I don't get it. Here, I got a solution for you. Stop sleeping with black men. Stop sleeping with black men, period. But men, just stop. Unless you got somebody's name on your, unless you got somebody else's name, you taking their name in marriage. Don't sleep with nobody. That's it. That's the answer to that problem. Real easy fix. Real easy fix. Cut down on STDs. Cut down on uh, all kind of stuff. Cut down on mixed messages. Just stop sleeping with dudes. Stop it. Stop it. And the dudes the same thing. Black men, stop sleeping with these women, man. You stop sleeping with this low hanging fruit out here. These single moms. Stop it. You sending mixed messages. You're not putting the time in, and you can't possibly put the time in to them unless you're just, you just cut like that. And most men are not cut like that. Most men, shout out to to stepdads, but most men are not cut out to be stepdads. They're just not cut like that. It takes too much giving of yourself to do that. And most men are not like that. Most men are just regular men, very territorial.
Just leave them alone completely and go to another man.
Please, man, please, please. Somebody like this, please go to another man, please. You need our help to get over that fence. We will all get together and push you over. No problem. You can take a couple of these other YouTubers with you. We will push you guys over that fence.
Because they're no good. And if they're
See what? That's a whole. That's another blanket statement. They, meaning black men, are no good. So good dudes like myself that are trying to live a better life, a more righteous life, we're no good. Okay.
they're calling for our harm, that goes to show you that
But those are the kind of guys you attract. You attract guys like that. See, it's something. See, black women, a lot of them, like especially the ones like this, they do not. They are just not. They're in their own little land, man. They're in their own land, and they can't understand why are these kind of guys are chasing me. Well, they're chasing you because you're the type of woman that obviously is attractive to them.
They're not even intelligent because we're the only women in the world that can bring them into existence.
Stop. That is a bold-faced lie. So don't say that. No, any woman can bring the black man into existence. So don't say that.
So I guess they don't see that they're calling for their own extermination.
No, if every black woman jumped in a spaceship today and flew away, any woman the black man sleep with is going to bring forth a black baby. So that argument is mathematically incorrect.
But what they're doing right now is actually acting out genocide because when you're killing your own people.
What? 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 It's only a small portion of black men that's crazy and heinous out there. That's a small number compared to all black men. Come on, that's a small number. That's like saying, that's like taking a look at Megan Thee Stallion and saying every black woman is out there uh, screwing everything moving. Every black woman is a hoe. I mean, that's an extrapolation that just don't make no sense. How can every woman be a hoe? How can every black man be for the exterminate? Come on, man. But see, that's what I'm saying. This is what happens when women, this is what happens when women talk and then once they have no scientific evidence to back up what they're saying, they just talk from their head. They just talk from their feeling or what they heard from one person. One person had this happen. Now all black men doing that.
That's exactly what you're doing. And you're worse than any racist known to man because the hate that you have for your own kind is more severe than a racist. So
I admit there's some black men, and usually they full of simp technology. They need to work on that. They need to work on that but most of them were raised by single moms. So they don't know how to handle rejection. They don't know how to take it. Just like a woman don't know how to take it. They don't know how to take rejection. But y'all raising them.
get away from them. Stop thinking that you owe them anything based off of culture, religion, etc. Because you don't. And
But,
go
but
out.
most black women don't act like that. They don't. So they don't feel like they. I guess maybe the less intelligent of them, black women, feel like that. But most black women don't even move like I'm doing this because of the culture or whatever, because of our shared culture.
And pursue your own life and live a better one without being in poverty with these damn fools because they don't go to school.
See, there was another sweeping generalization. They don't go to school. A lot of black men out here with degrees, and or even if they don't have a degree, they've been to school, they understand and they know how to do things, and they out here making it happen, building a situation that they can bring somebody into and share it with. But because you ain't running into dudes like that, you saying what you're saying. And so the question is, why you ain't running into cats like that? Why you ain't running into dudes like that? You ain't running into dudes like that because you you ain't running into dudes like that because of you and the way your head is and the way whatever it is you got going on that's attracting other than that.
Most of them don't want to work and they have.
Most of us don't want to work. Most of us do want to work. A small portion of us are not, just like any other race of men. So there's a small portion of men don't want to work, of course.
absolutely nothing to offer you. So why are you wasting your time with them?
But see, the thing is, how come the only men that's are around you are getting at you are the type of men that nobody is wants nothing to do with? What? How come that's the only kind of man you around? See, that's something. That's a question you got to ask yourself. Why are you only around those type of guys? How come you ain't attracting a guy that wants to build something, wants to, do something and build something with you? Huh? Good question.
And those are my thoughts for today. Be careful, keep your head on the swivel, because they're all around you. And they have a habit of trying to sneak up on you when you're not looking.
You know what, man? I hope sister be safe, man. I hope nothing happened to her, but this is just, so unfortunately, man, it's the bad, it's a bad thing, man. Because so many women probably feel this way, and this is the type of stuff that you know women just get away with saying all kind of different stuff. My thoughts on this is simple. If you want to get away from us, go on and get away from us. But my main point is you are the reason why. You are the reason why you are with the person you with. And if a person is with you that's not treating you right, it's because you brought that person into your life. You attracted that person, or they attracted you, and you need to look at why you're attracting those type of people. Because even if you get rid of who you got presently, you're going to get another person that's going to be just the same or worse. So to stop that, you got to do something different. You have to live different. You have to be different. You have to have a different kind of energy. You got a loser's energy, you're going to attract losers. If you got a winner's energy, you're going to attract winners. You got because winners, people are attracted to energy. They're attracted to energy. If you got a loser's kind of energy, then other losers are going to say, that's the person for me. They'll understand me because I'm a loser just like them. And winners will say, that person's a winner. That person's a person that can deal with me. I can deal with that. Just it is what it is. Anyway, don't attract losers. Don't settle for losers. I'm talking about men and women. Don't settle for losers. I mean, you want somebody who's going to respect you. That's what you want. You want somebody who got a high level of respect for you, not so you can disrespect them. So you're going to be able to give them a high level of respect too. That's what relationships are all about: respect. They're not about love. They're about respect. Love comes, if you're lucky, it comes in later, and it's kind of like the motor oil of the relationship. But respect is the frame. Respect is the framework. Without respect, you can have nothing worthwhile. Anyway, that's what I think. What do you think? Is she crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Do all black men want to go on this violent rampage with black women? Is she crazy? You know, are there some black men that don't want to do that? I mean, we got to get out here and see. Anyway, this is a short one. I just wanted to get out here. I saw this video and I said, man, this sister's talking way crazy, man. What's wrong with her? And hopefully I'll try to have some of these people on. And please like and subscribe, because what happens is I try to get these people to come on my platform and they always turn me down because they look at how many subscribers I have and they say, oh, well, you ain't got, or they look at the views on the videos and they say, well, you ain't got no views on your videos, so why should I even come over there? And I agree. I mean, why should they come over here? Why should they come and talk to me? But they don't want to bring me on their platform because they know I'm going to crush them. So they won't bring me on their platform. So that's the thing. So anyway, if you can help me out, subscribe, and thumbs up the video if you agree. And then let's try to move on so we can get some of these people come on and talk about it live. And we just sit back and be quiet and let them, like I was telling y'all earlier on the other live stream, where I just sit back and let this youngster tell me. I was trying to tell this youngster something. He kept interrupting me. I just said, okay, I'm gonna just be quiet and sit back. And I let him talk. See, I ain't gonna be interrupting you and going back and forth. I let him talk, and once he got done talking, I said, "Okay, all right." Well, I said, "Hey, man, well, good luck. Been ever trying to get that resolving that situation." Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, "Okay, all right." Now he the one locked out of his office. He paid his money. He can't get in his office. I'm sitting in my office, but okay, whatever. Obviously, you know, I, I I don't know what I'm talking about. So ain't no point in listening to me because I'm in my office. I'm trying to help you get in your office. You don't want to listen to me because you're talking too much. Okay, whatever. All right, I'll leave you alone then, man. Obviously, you know something I don't know, so I'm gonna leave you alone. All right, y'all. Anyway, well, let me touch that real quick. If somebody's trying to tell you something and you heard it before, don't worry. Listen again. It might be another little nugget in there that you're getting that'll help you. See, I was trying to tell this man something, because I was starting the conversation, starting my sentence the same way over and over again to try to give him context to what I was saying. He thought I was trying to tell him the same thing over and over, and so he didn't stop to realize, hey man, maybe I should just shut up and listen. That way, man, I'll be in my office. Anyway, I was good. Hey, you the one that ain't in your office, youngin. I'm in mine. So whatever. Handle your business. Anyway, never be the aggressor, brother, and y'all have a beautiful and blessed week.